Hello everybody, welcome back to Cracked Up Games, and welcome to my worst nightmare in Insound Mind. I do not like water areas in games, and horror games, I imagine they're just going to be doubly so. And here's our first tape, so time to find out more about Alan.
Okay, Mr. Shore, tape's running.
Alan Shore?
Thank you for
Really?
to be
It's a
recorded.
Fisher named Mr. Short?
Should I just start talking? What do you want to know?
What made you decide to seek counseling?
God, it's Sable all over again.
It's just weird.
Giant skeleton.
As in, I
Giant
feel
rib cages.
Like I'm weird all the time, you know? I'm not saying this right. People think I'm weird, and it's cool, I am, but I shouldn't feel weird, right?
God, I just finished recording Sable where I'm seeing giant rib cages, and now there's more. What the heck is that? That's a giant tape in the background. What the heck? What was that noise? It's a giant tape in the background. Jeez.
How exactly do you feel weird?
Off, odd, slightly tilted. I've had these nightmares ever since I can remember. I've always had these horrific dreams I can't explain. They recur, man, like there are themes in them that keep coming back. And honestly, Doc,
That's actually
such a
fairly
constant.
common for a lot
shape
of
my
people.
life around them, you know?
I mean, a lot of people have recurring dreams. Where do I go? Cross on the giant rib? I guess so. Okay. What am I hearing?
Have you ever seen anyone about these recurring nightmares?
Like a shrink like you? No. Honestly, for the longest time, I thought it was normal life to wake up sweating, to see things in the dark, frightful things.
Yeah, recurring nightmares are a little less common, but a lot of people have recurring dreams. I don't really have dreams that often. Sometimes I do, but fairly rarely. At least ones that are like vivid enough for. Oh, it's crows. Okay, that's what I was hearing. But yeah, at least not ones that are vivid enough for me to like remember that I had a dream when I wake up. There's the door over there. It's a giant whale skull, maybe? Jeez.
What is it that frightens you, Alan?
See, that's the thing I don't get. My whole life, I could feel the presence of shadows. I could hear sorrow in the dark. It's poetic, man, I know. I got so used to being paralyzed by dread that I began to like it. And people notice, you know, I say weird stuff sometimes, I guess. At some point, I just decided to live comfortably in this reality, maintaining a beacon of light over a sea of darkness, alone and afraid. But I'd be lying if I didn't admit that I'm being swallowed by darkness or sinking in the depths.
I don't like that choice of
Makes me
words
feel
with
alive,
all this
man.
water around.
It's electric.
Huh. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what sort of like disorder or anything like that this one's going to be dealing with. I'm not really sure how to define that. That is still so weird. Was there a thing like that in Virginia's Mindscape that I just didn't see? Just a giant copy of the tape in the background? Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. Oh, God. glasses sit comfortably. I just recently got the nose pieces on my glasses. One broke off and had to get it replaced, and the other one had become kind of warped. So they fixed that, and so now it's sitting differently than what I've dealt with for a while, so it gets kind of uncomfortable for a bit, so I apologize. I should have mentioned it in the last recording session too, because it was the same then, but I apologize if I keep like having to adjust my glasses. Little lamppost up there. Oh God. I'm going to hate this. Hello? Patmos Beach. Look at you, Mr. Private Detective. What do you think is behind all this? Bigfoot? Aliens? Big bad government officials? Shed some light on the situation, why don't you? Okay. Is that literal? Are you telling me to actually shine my light? Alright. Let me look around and... Oh, wow. That is a lot of items in that direction. Nothing behind me, though, so... Is that another street light, or... Yes. Or a lamppost, I guess, not street light. Are you an enemy? I think that's an enemy. No, it's a buoy. No, what? I don't know what I'm hearing. Okay, like, just word of warning, this whole area is gonna have me extremely paranoid. Those are like buoys. Alright, so... I'm sorry, what? What is that noise? Hi. Fishing cabin. Why is it so bright? The light I have to restore. Oh God, that's a lighthouse. Okay. Time to just cut and run. Is it sweeping around? Yes, it is. Stay behind here. Patmos Cove. This. Is there anything? Yes, actually. There's a lot of stuff in that direction. Wait till it sweeps around again. Yeah, 'cause this don't really seem to go anywhere, so I think I just need to go this way. There's that gas stuff. There's nothing this way either, it's just water. This way is where I need to go. Okay, there's a path right here. Let's wait until the lighthouse sweeps around one more time. And then we'll go. I don't want to find out the hard way what happens if I get caught. Both the light and the dark will hurt you. Perhaps like him, you should get a job at the lighthouse, alone and afraid. Okay, so he worked at the lighthouse. Thought maybe he was a fisherman. Right there for a minute. Because again, I don't want to find out what happens if I get spotted by that lighthouse. Autosave. That does not make me feel comfortable. Oh, screw you.
In Greek mythology, Icarus
Yeah,
flies
Icarus.
too close to the sun and it kills him. I'll spare you the analogy. In our story, you're going to bring the sun to Alan, and the both of you will burn.
Ah, delightful. Atmos Lookout, Point Icarus, Lighthouse, Milton Wharf. Okay, so I'm assuming that Alan is at the lighthouse. So Milton Wharf over there. Icarus Lane, Icarus Woods, Information Center. And then it's an old boathouse and the Point Icarus Lighthouse. There's a So it's showing two other paths off of this road here. I'm guessing those will have secrets, maybe? I kind of want to go check out this lookout first, though. Even though I'm terrified because I do not know what to expect here. Nope. I see that. What's up? Bring it. Oh, it's speeding up. Didn't really expect it to just break into a mad sprint like that. Alright, what is the... Where are you? Health, I don't need. There's the reload button. Oh, hello. Health, give me that ammo. There's a tunnel here that I don't really think I want to go into. More crows. I don't like that these crows have red eyes. Okay, that's nothing that's actually readable. Okay, so what is the point of this? Other than looking at the lighthouse, I guess. More ammo. Good. What's going on here? Perhaps when the sun lays its head upon a pillow of water and clouds respond in orange and pink, you shall see the revelation as John did at Patmos. Head upon a pillow of water and clouds respond in orange and pink. Alright, I think that's supposed to be a hint, but I don't know what? Because it makes me think of like looking at something at sunset, but I'm pretty sure time is not going to actually pass here. Hello. Virgil County blackouts. Is the truth stranger than fiction? What else could it be but a high-powered EMP, says Lenny Crum as he puts the final touches on a sign that reads Planet Home, one of several homemade signs made by locals today at the Extraterrestrials of Milton biannual gathering. Theories and conspiracies could be heard at every turn as residents try to make sense of the recent sudden blackouts around the county. Look, it probably malfunctioned when the aliens approached Earth, or they did it on purpose, says Lenny. This is far from the only speculation we've heard over the last few days, and it's important to note that it doesn't seem to be receiving much, if any, attention from other news sources. While its investigative journalist doesn't wish to raise any red flags, I can't help but wonder why that is. Have we finally stumbled onto a real conspiracy, one that is being closely monitored by government suits and protected by a gag order, or are we reading too much into the mundane? This and more on the next edition of Milton Mysteries. So 1997 again, so I'm thinking that is when this game takes place. something else I saw in the previous episode. I don't even remember what it was at this point. But it also said 1997. Okay, so this was the tunnel between the beach and Milton Haven. Sorry, no light at the end of this tunnel. Maybe at the top of the tower? Bottom of the pit? What pit? Give me these bullets. And this upgrade. And these batteries. Considering I'm not coming back all this way just for batteries, I'll go ahead and take that one too, even if it only gives me 1%. Flashlight at the ready. At least this area is nowhere near as dark as the inside of Homa Mart was, so that's good. I don't feel like I need the flashlight as much just to wander around, at least for now. That may change later on, but I don't know. Alright, so let's look at this map again. Alright, so I want to check out the wharf first. And there's that tunnel there. So I'm pretty sure the lighthouse is like the actual like main destination of this place. I feel like that's where Alan's gonna be. So I want to go check out the wharf. And I need to keep an eye out. Oh, hello. More bullets. The fact that they're giving me so many bullets doesn't really instill me with that much confidence. But yeah, I need to keep an eye out for that exact thing. Red lights. So that means probably enemies. Now what I don't know here... Crap. Sunken crash site, what? Okay, so the lighthouse can shine through here, that's not good. Yeah, I was about to say, what I don't know here is if there's gonna be a threat similar to Virginia stalking me around in this place, or if it's just the lighthouse. Alright, let me get on this side of the truck. Three enemies, huh? Boy, I wish I had more confidence in my shooting skills. Keep backing up, keep backing up. Ow. You are very durable, you know that? There.
Pretty good.
Stop hiding in the trees. And stop running into a fence. Ow. Ah. Lighthouse hit me, I think. They really... Your ammo drains really fast in this game. It also doesn't help that I kinda suck at shooting. Let's get this gas mask ready. Anything in here? Yes, actually. Ammo, for one, that's good. Max? Is that a Y? Nygaard? It says form to report accidents, injuries, medical situations, or employee behavior incidents. Incidents involving a crime or traffic incident should be reported directly to the company safety office. For Meyer Pharmaceuticals? If possible, the report should be completed within 24 hours of the event. Company safety office for what company? Meyer Pharmaceuticals? Full name Max Nygaard. Home address 210 Main Street, apartment 1, Milton Haven. So someone that lived in the apartment. Emergency contact Alice Nygaard. Well, it's crossed out. Maybe a wife. They got divorced. Date of incident, 1997 again. Time 2 a.m. Police notified yes, no, neither. Checked off. Location of incident on the road next to the Icarus Lighthouse. I thought it was a blown tire at first, but the asphalt in the road is melting or something. What? Truck stopped short of a few hundred feet, and then it scratches off. There's an ink stain and blood stains on it. Bloody fingerprints, which is interesting, because that means someone held this while bleeding, or someone grabbed it after the blood was there. And it's incomplete, because a lot of stuff isn't actually checked off. Alright, the lighthouse just passed over. Let's try and quickly get over to this next truck. Lighthouse to pass. Anything here on this one? Sort of. So let's crouch here. Give anything? Not really. What if I shoot this? Does that do anything? Yes. Does that actually benefit me in any way? Not particularly. Let's sprint behind this mountain real quick. Reload, just in case. I'm sorry, what is that? Oh, what actually just happened? Game kind of lagged a little bit, so I didn't actually see entirely what happened. But what just happened? Okay, let's get behind. Oh Christ, of course you're calling now. Ow, yep, that wasn't safe. Kind of worried about that.
As he climbed higher and higher in the sky, do you think
Alright, is it
Icarus
safe inside here?
contemplated how weird a person he was? Why can't he just be normal? Do you think his parents pushed him to be a lawyer? To be a doctor? Like your parents did?
Okay, good, it's safe in here. Alright, can I go in here?
It's blocked from the other side.
Apparently not. Is there a back entrance? Yes and no? Wait for that to pass. So I'm guessing it's just gonna be the lighthouse that's like the constant threat in this one. Rather than like someone actually hunting me like Virginia. Alright, I need to light to actually see what I'm doing here. Can I shoot that? Yes, I can actually. Okay, I didn't actually expect that to work. Right here should be safe, so I'm gonna wait for the light to pass. The autosave doesn't really give me confidence. Yeah, so I'm here at the information center. Ammo, give me that battery, even though I haven't been having to use the light much. Yeah, definitely give me that food. Oh, an Endurman. Mystery deepens in lighthouse fire. Column by Jorge Avalos. That's a name that was on the previous article, too. On Monday last week, we at Virgil County Gazette found out that an ominous call had been made to local police. The caller on the other side of the line did not identify himself, but after some investigating, we believe it might have been Milton Haven's Alan Shore, lighthouse operator at the beloved Patmos Bay. Ask any county local, and that's just cut off. And again, 1997. Wait till the... I'm sorry, but screw you. The red-voiced guy was sitting on the bench over here. Suspicious sightings befuddle Milton residents. What or who's to blame for last month's sightings? Visitors from the Andromeda Galaxy? Top-secret missile experiments? I set out to interview some of Milton's own in order to find out. Eleanor Cho, 38, a receptionist at the Pandora Hotel. Okay, good. You don't take damage if that sweeps by while you're reading stuff. A receptionist at the Pandora Hotel recalls a loud swooshing sound that passed right overhead, a flash of light as if someone took a picture of me and then disappeared. I then decided to interview Milton Haven's sheriff and marmalade aficionado, Thomas Kahn, to learn how Milton police are handling the situation. When asked about the sightings, he replied, I sure don't know anything about aliens or supernatural beings, but I'll tell you, if they want to come and harass the people of my town, they're going to have to go through me. Well, it's good to know the sheriff's got our backs. This is far from the first sighting around Milton Haven and the surrounding Virgil County. Who are they? What do they want? These and other questions on the next edition of Milton Mysteries. Quick fix microwave meal! No, first off, flashing light on the lighthouse pass. Alright, so I want to go this way. I want to check the wharf if I can. Oh no, this has that black goo that it...
Something stops me from getting closer.
Yeah. It's that black goop that he just won't go past. Which this is all blocked off anyways. Can I shoot that, maybe? No. So it looks like maybe something I'd have to go through from the other side. There's more of it here. So I'm guessing it's something related to the light that'll let me get past all that goop. I hear the lighthouse sweeping past. So maybe I have to go to the lighthouse first and get the light, and then I'll be able to go to the wharf for the actual, like, last part of this area. There it is, yeah, I was about to say, I think the lighthouse is close. Oh yeah, here's one of the side paths that it showed me. Anything I can see from here? Like, I don't know what the purpose of these lookout things are. It keeps talking about aliens, so I don't know if, like, there's ever something in the sky that I'd be able to see or not. Oh, hello. More ammo, more health. Oh, I think this is a continuation of the previous article. They will tell you that Virgil County residents, specifically Milton Haven, are no strangers to spooky events and unexplained phenomena, from disappearing children to reports of ghost sightings, extraterrestrial visits. So why has this incident caught our attention so? As many of you know, last week's mysterious blackout and maybe not so coincidental fire at Patmos Lighthouse grounds may very well be linked. So that's Alan's house after the arson. So it said that on the map it showed there was a building near the lighthouse. It was listed as like old boathouse or something. Old boating house maybe. I wonder if that's actually Alan's house. What is that sound that I keep hearing? And here's the other side path. Alright, there's nothing on the bench right now, right? Okay, there actually is. So I'm trying to see if looking through these is what actually made that stuff appear. Yep, there's red by the light. At least I'm pretty sure that's red. That's what I'm calling the villain guy for now. I'm curious if that's red or if that's supposed to be Alan. Because he didn't just disappear like normal, he slowly walked away up the wharf. But yeah, because his voice is shown with red, like in red text. The monsters and stuff that I'm sure he's connected with have like red eyes. Oh, there's more of the rib bones down there. But yeah, so I'm gonna call him Red until it gives like an actual name. Just for the sake of giving a name to the voice. As investigation is ongoing, according to Milton Haven Sheriff's Office, the details of the above-mentioned phone call must remain disclosed, but this reporter and HomeMart Employee of the Month has a knack for getting in trouble in order to get at the truth. More to follow on the next edition of Milton Mysteries. Okay, so HomeMart. So that gives Jorge a connection to both Alan and Virginia then. He was a HomeMart employee and he's a reporter reporting on stuff relating to the lighthouse and Alan. That's interesting. Well, on the note of that mystery, I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Next episode, we'll finish making our way to the lighthouse and see what happens there. If you liked the video, consider leaving a like. If you have any suggestions on how I can improve or anything else you wish to share, then consider leaving a comment. If you like what I do and want to see more videos, then consider subscribing so you don't miss an upload. Until then, though, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.